California's largest theme park features 20 different roller coasters. This is Six Flags Magic Mountain, and it's currently the record holder for the most coasters that you're going to find at any park in the world. Located 34 miles northwest of downtown Los Angeles, this 209-acre theme park offers dozens of attractions, thrill rides, and world-class roller coasters. In fact, 12 out of the 20 coasters are taller than 100 feet or 30 meters. Magic Mountain also holds a record for the most coasters that stand at a height of 100 feet or taller. Then, later in my video, I will share with you my prediction on whether or not Six Flags Magic Mountain will ever build a taller coaster than its current tallest one. Since Magic Mountain offers 20 coasters, here's a look at the least tall to the 11th tallest coaster that you're going to find at the park, as well as the year that the coaster debuted at the park. TPR tip: even though Apocalypse is only 95 feet tall, do not sleep on this GCI wooden twister coaster. This is a very underrated ride, and I highly recommend riding it. Now, let's learn about the top 10 tallest roller coasters that you're going to find at the one and only Six Flags Magic Mountain. Number 10. Twisted Colossus, opening in 2015 and stands at a height of 121 feet or 36.9 meters. This sometimes dueling coaster is arguably the best overall ride that you're going to find at Magic Mountain. With a 4,990 foot long track length, Twisted Colossus is the longest coaster in the park. Now, a big reason why that is Twisted Colossus offers two different lift hills, each one running side by side. This RMC hybrid coaster really is awesome. You will experience two very steep 80-degree drops off the ride's lift hills. And the rest of the layout features some wild and funky airtime hills, two inversions, and a few world-class near-miss elements where the dueling train gets extremely close to the train that you're riding on, creating a wild experience. Twisted Colossus is a very fun ride and offers the most airtime on any coaster along the entire West Coast. Number 9 is Wonder Woman Flight of Courage, opening in 2022 with a lift hill height of 131 feet or 39.9 meters. Magic Mountain's newest coaster is also from RMC. This beautiful looking single rail coaster has instantly become one of the most popular and enjoyable attractions in the park. The sensation that you get while diving, flipping, and twisting with no one sitting next to you really is amazing. You cannot beat the visuals or the sensation that Wonder Woman gives you. And even though Wonder Woman is a near clone of the Jersey Devil coaster at Great Adventure, but for some reason or another, Magic Mountain's version just runs so much better. While Twisted Colossus might offer the most airtime along the West Coast, Wonder Woman offers the best airtime on any coaster, period. TPR tip: I recommend taking a ride in the very last row for the most intense Wonder Woman ride experience. Number 8. Opening in 2003, this is Scream, and it stands at a height of 150 feet or 45.7 meters. Dominating the Magic Mountain parking lot, this B&M floorless coaster features 7 inversions, which is tied with Viper for the most in the park. Scream is a great floorless coaster that is actually a clone of Six Flags Great Adventure's Medusa. While it's unfortunate that Six Flags did not rip out the old parking lot under Scream to plant some grass, the coaster is still awesome from start to finish. Though, it would be a little bit better with some grass and trees around the ride. In my opinion, the best part of Scream is the giant 128-foot tall vertical loop. And a crazy fact about this loop is that it stands taller than 11 of the park's coasters. 11! That is just insane. Number 7. Riddlers Revenge, which opened up in 1998 and features a lift hill height of 156 feet or 47.5 meters. When you visit Six Flags Magic Mountain, you'll want to take a ride on the world's tallest, longest, and fastest stand-up coaster. Riddler's Revenge will flip you upside down an impressive 6 different times, all while you're standing up throughout the ride. While I will admit, Riddler's Revenge is not the smoothest of coasters, it really is a very intense ride and has some great transitions. Just note that there is a slight chance that you'll get a headache after you ride it. Number 6. Full Throttle. Opening up in 2013, this coaster has an impressive height of 164 feet or 50 meters. Full Throttle might just be the most underrated coaster at Magic Mountain. And let's be honest, when you first look at Full Throttle, you think this coaster does not do a whole lot. That is what most people think about it before they experience it for themselves. Because when you get off of Full Throttle, you are shocked and surprised because this multi-launch premier coaster packs in quite a punch. From the first launch that takes you right into the coaster's vertical loop to the multi-pass launch that travels through the tunnel underneath Superman. Full Throttle is a fun coaster that you must experience. TPR tip: do not underestimate Full Throttle's ending, where the train travels on the other side of the giant vertical loop. For many, this is the highlight of Full Throttle. Number 5. Tatsu, opening up in 2006 and stands at a height of 170 feet or 51.8 meters. The world's largest flying coaster dominates the hillside as you walk into Magic Mountain. Tatsu will be one of the most insane and intense roller coaster experiences that you're ever going to have. Throughout the 3,602 foot long coaster, you will get flipped upside down 4 different times and experience an outward bank turn that offers some amazing views of the park down below you. Costing Magic Mountain $21 million, Tatsu is a must ride for any coaster enthusiast out there. And a cool fact about the ride is that the name Tatsu means flying beast in Japanese. TPR tip: my recommendation for riding Tatsu is for the most intense ride experience, be sure to ride in the last row of the train. Also, that pretzel loop is absolutely insane and amazing. Number 4, X2, which opened up in 2002 and features a lift hill height of 175 feet or 53.3 meters. The world's first ever 4th dimension coaster, X2 has been thrilling riders ever since it first opened. But let's be honest, X2 has literally been scaring the daylights out of riders since it first opened. That is because X2 might just be the most godly insane twisted ride that you'll ever get to experience. Seriously, everything about X2 is just insane. Let's be honest. And that is what makes the last coaster that Aerodynamics ever built so special. Getting flipped over as you plummet down the massive drop is by far the best coaster experience that you're going to find at Magic Mountain. Number 3, Viper, which opened at the park in 1990 and stands at a height of 188 feet or 57.3 meters. When Viper first opened, it was a big deal. And while this coaster is 35 years old, it still offers a sick layout and a gorgeous first drop. I really do love how you slowly crest the 188 foot tall lift hill and you get great views of X2 as you are quickly faced with the very steep and twisted drop to the left. Viper features 3 vertical loops, a batwing element, and a double corkscrew as the coaster's ending. While Viper is a little bit rough, I still recommend taking a ride on it because you never know when this coaster could be replaced by something newer. Number 2, Goliath, opening up in 2000 and offers a lift hill of 235 feet or 71.6 meters. This is the tallest full circuit coaster not only at Magic Mountain but also west of Texas. Goliath, just like the name implies, is a massive roller coaster and it looks so beautiful on the Magic Mountain skyline. Going over the lift hill really is something else because the views that Goliath provides you are just breathtaking. Seeing Twisted Colossus down below really is a sight to be seen. And then you're left wondering, does that little tunnel offer enough clearance as you descend the 255 foot tall drop? While Goliath is not the most fun hypercoaster in the world, it does offer one of the most intense endings to one. The giant helix and turns at the end really bring out some very high G-forces, and that creates a very intense ride experience. Now, before I share my predictions for Magic Mountain regarding building a taller coaster than its current tallest, we have to talk about the tallest coaster that you're going to find at the park today. And that is number 1, Superman Escape from Krypton, which opened way back in 1997 and towers over the park at 415 feet or 126.5 meters. But note, the drop itself is 328 feet or 100 meters. This intimate reverse freefall coaster is the only one like it in the world, and it really is extremely loud. Seriously, you can hear this coaster all around the park. but getting launched and traveling at speeds of 100 miles an hour really is something else. Then, the train ascends towards the sky as you travel up the 415-foot tall tower. And while the tower is listed at that height, as you can see, there's no way the trains come close to the top of the tower. Either way, Superman is a great coaster when it's open. TPR tip: I recommend waiting a few more minutes for that front row seat ride. Trust me, Superman is a coaster that you do not want anyone in front of you to block the views. Now, if you're enjoying this video, then please give it a like. That is by far the best way that you can help support the channel, and I really do appreciate each one. Also, if you want me to do a video just like this for your favorite theme park, please let me know which one in the comments. And now it's prediction time. And with Six Flags and Cedar Fair merging together, this means great things for Magic Mountain. Which leads me to this question: will we see Magic Mountain ever build a coaster that is taller than Superman? And honestly, doubtful. You have to factor in the money, the earthquakes, and the nearby neighbors with this large of a coaster. However, on the flip side of that, I predict that Superman will not be a part of the Magic Mountain skyline in 10 years from now. And yes, I am aware that there's a giant freefall ride attached to it as well. So sadly, both of these attractions would have to be removed. I also predict that Magic Mountain will now open up a giant Giga Coaster within the next 5 years or so, which would then become the tallest in the park once they remove Superman. Now be sure to check out the top 10 fastest roller coasters in the world in this showcase video at the bottom of your screen. So now I want to know, what is your favorite roller coaster at Magic Mountain? And please tell me your predictions for the park. As always, thank you so much for watching. Remember to smile today, think positive, and keep riding coasters.